So for today's vlog, I'm just featuring my beautiful oldest teen.
Hi.
What you working on?
I'm looking at a contract for renting a venue for our prom that we're trying to plan for next year.
Ooh, exciting. The venue is your responsibility for the event?
Yes. Well, it's my first responsibility. I'm sure I'm going to have a venue, but this is the first thing I'm working on.
Very cool. So what do you look for in examining the contract?
I'm basically looking for things that are going to be expected of us when we're getting the venue, because something that's very important is that we have to keep it clean, and the things that we're responsible for doing that we're not expecting them to do. So I need to know that. And also things like the rental fee and things like that. I'm just looking through.
Very cool. So this is for our homeschool group, right?
Yes. So the kids are organizing it themselves.
That is amazing. Okay, very cool. Ooh. Let me out. Good morning, good people. So I noticed in my first few, or a couple of vlogs, that I swing around a lot. I probably gave you all some terrible motion sickness. I apologize. I don't realize it until after I'm watching the video back, so I will try to keep still. I'm outside. It's overcast today, not forecasted to rain, but not as bright and sunny as yesterday. I'm in the backyard. Just pan here. So, as I said, I do like to come outside at some point during the day. I've already started my work day, looking at some emails and so on, but being outside feels like a nice break. I had a cup of coffee already. Any other coffee drinkers out there? I got obsessed with it for a while. Multiple cups a day obsessed, but I'm cutting back a bit because it does not play well with vertigo, which has been acting up for me a bit lately, so the caffeine exacerbates it pretty bad. So I try to drink a cup a day or so. So I came out here because I wanted to talk to you about a new cast on. It's been all of 24 hours and I've started another project, but you'll see why. So my latest cast on is just, you know, the kind of fluffy, not quite fully formed mess of the beginning of any project. This yarn is KnitPicks CotLin, 70% linen, 30% cotton. It's my first time using it. I know from other knitters that linen yarn can be a bit scratchy and a bit stiff if you don't pre-wash it, but I think the cotton content of this yarn helps to keep it soft. It's a chainette construction. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Which keeps it from being too terribly splitty. I'm using my KnitPicks Harmony wood needles, and this is a test knit. It's a garment knit, and it's a design that's coming out in the fall by Maria of Ninja.Chickens. I'll give you guys some more details on that as I go. I've just started it, casting on the bottom portion, and when I get a little bit more knit on it, I'll at least share a couple pictures. But so far I like working with the yarn. It's soft enough in the hands, it's moving pretty smoothly on the needles, which is nice, and I really like the pattern so far. What are you guys working on? I hope you have a project that is very satisfying. For those of us in North America, the summer heat probably affects what you're making, but and for those in the southern hemisphere, probably getting to enjoy all the woolly wools right now. So I have I think 3 or 4 projects on the go at the moment that kind of span the spectrum in terms of yarn types, which is nice. Just depends on the environment I'm in. Anyway, time to dive into some work.
This is the Dan Levapart Show on ESPN Radio. It's time for some straight talk. You love your phone, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm watching highlights on it right now.
But I'm guessing you don't love your...
For a dull moment, our water softener's fixed now. We're on a well out here. We're in a rural area, so you have to really take care of your water so that you don't have weird things showing up when you shower. But yeah, the technician came out and we're all set with that. Thank goodness it wasn't anything really extensive or expensive. Macy, what you doing?
I'm remaking my slime.
What does adding more glue do to it?
Makes it more sticky and stretchy.
Well, if any of you have done lace knitting before, you know that if you miss a yarn over or do an increase or decrease incorrectly, it throws off the whole pattern. So I am attempting to rip back several rows in this lace, one stitch and one row at a time. I may not be successful in ripping all the way back without losing stitches, but I'm going to try. And in the meantime, it's allowing me to kind of almost study the pattern just to really understand how things should line up. So we'll see if I'm successful and I can get a needle. I've got a smaller needle ready. Let's see if I can get a smaller needle into the row once I've ripped back a bunch of rows. I'm keeping track of which rows I'm undoing so that I'll know where I end up, because I'm pretty sure I know where I made the mistake. Wish me luck. Lace surgery underway. I've laid out my test knit, and I'm going just a row at a time back down to where I know I made a mistake, and I'm gonna fix it. And I'm inserting a smaller needle and picking it back one stitch at a time and recovering the stitches onto the needle. Fun, fun, fun. Wish me luck. So I guess I was in an organization type mood this morning because I thought, let me just make sure that I have the necessary things inside my Notions tin. This is the Tool Tin by the Sexy Knitter. She can be found on Etsy as the Sexy Knitter. I have some beautiful progress keepers like this one from MekaMikaShop. And I keep a lot of stitch markers, progress keepers, needle caps, of course a tape measure, darning needles, and the essentials in this tin. It usually goes into a project bag with me. I have some beautiful snips, little scissors that I got from a friend, and this needle gauge as well, always comes in handy. So I try to keep all of that together and organized. More on the adventures with the air conditioning unit tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I can be found online as heyBrownBerry on Ravelry and Instagram mostly. And I look forward to our next visit together. Happy stitching. Bye.